Ladies and gentlemen, get the tables. It's time for another social sports pad podcast.
Get the table!
All right, I am your host, Ricky, and with me, as always, is Ben and the Cobra.
Ow! Let's go!
All right,
Yeah.
so we are now in the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. The preseason is done. The final cuts have been made, and we are gearing up for week one. What? You look all excited there, Cobra. Are you hyped for week one?
It's football! It's football!
All right. So yeah, definitely looking over at my brother, the Cobra. Definitely, I swear, man, he is like about to jump out of his skin. Kind of shedding for the Cobra into the next season. So the plan for today is we are going to discuss a little bit of observations on the cut day that happened on Tuesday, as well as give you guys a couple of new awards that we were definitely talking about. We will give you our picks for MVP, our coach of the year, and finally we are going to kind of give ourselves a holla at ya boy.
The holla at boys back.
Holla at your boy. This is gonna be the year. Holla at your boy, not just this guy for the week. This is who's gonna be a holla at your boy player of the year. And an MVP is most valuable to his team, but the holla at your boy is a real dog. You know what I mean? Okay,
It's a dog.
it's a dog.
Not the size of the fight, the dog in the fight, the size of the fight in the dog.
Yeah, you definitely talked about Zeke Elliott when you're talking about dogs.
Michael Vick.
No, mama!
Oh,
No,
Michael
mama!
Vick.
He's my dog! I'll do it.
Bro! Bro, no old yeller. Like, seriously, you're putting it down like a Washington name change.
Oh.
Or Dan Snyder tax dodging.
Oh God! Ow! So as I mentioned, Tuesday was cut day, and most everybody dropped their team down to 53. Was there anybody that really surprised you that got cut?
A couple. There was a couple, definitely. Bailey. The fact that Bailey Zappi got cut from the Patriots. Yeah, he got re-signed to the practice squad, but I think that was mainly a panic move because that left them with only one quarterback on the depth chart.
I mean, for me, the move that New England had to only have Mac Jones as the quarterback on the roster, especially since everybody, there's the new league rule. You can carry 3 quarterbacks on your roster. Two will be like absolutely active, and then there's going to be standing on the bench, standby QB. The emergency quarterback position. That makes sense. Absolutely, especially considering what happened to San Francisco in the conference championship.
It does kind of add fuel to my fire that the 75-man total roster should be up to at least 5 players to 80, or at least because of the added schedule length.
I mean, fair.
Gordon was released by the Ravens.
Well, not gonna lie, he is not the same player that he was in Denver a few years ago back. Oh, actually, but when he signed with Denver, not the same. And seeing him get released, it was just like the Jameson crowd. getting released from the Giants situation. Basically, those guys were brought in for insurance for the preseason. Okay, the thing that I'm noticing with the preseason is you will see a lot of guys get signed that are just like, okay, seriously, you might have a little bit of juice in the tank, you might do a little bit of something, but at the end, yeah, we're releasing you.
It's kind of similar to what hockey does as a tryout contract.
Not even that.
Kind of something like that. Because that's why you saw Bill Guerin on the Flyers.
For the Cowboys released Jabril Cox, but the Washington Commanders signed him. That's a good pickup.
Now, was that a signing or was that a waiver pickup?
That was a pickup. The Cowboys released him as a cut.
I know. Was that because with free agents, a lot of it is waivers, and
and probably my biggest surprise.
Let's see.
Damn it.
Jabril Cox signs with NFC rival.
Okay, so it wasn't a pickup. It was actually him going and signing.
Yeah,
okay.
He signed.
And so finally, my biggest surprise is that finally someone actually cut the GOAT, Nathan Peterman. Finally, he got cut from a team instead of someone giving him a chance.
Hey, somebody's still going to give him a chance. I mean, like, not going to lie. There are teams out there right now that I'm just like, what are you thinking?
Some XFL players are on the practice squads.
Nice.
To be fair,
that's good for XFL players.
Yeah, because the XFL and the USFL, to be fair, might as well be the minor league system of the NFL. Might as well be.
I mean, that would be the best way for those leagues to be sustainable.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You give guys that are cut, not older players, kind of almost like what they're doing with the preseason. The thing that I'm seeing with the preseason is basically it's almost like just guys from yesteryear that you guys know and stuff like that. They're names that draw you there because they're not playing their starters.
No.
All right.
Preseason, you'll see their starters play not even a half.
Yeah, it's like for that. If I was teams really to drive revenue or anything like that with the preseason game, I would organize them as just with your starters, your absolute stars, your Josh Allens, your Patrick Mahomeses.
Your Jalen Hurts.
You go out there, you throw the ball a couple of times, and then you just go, hey, I'm Patrick Mahomes. Thank you for coming out. Here's an autograph, kid. Pay me $50.
Not even $50.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah, $50 for the whole deal, maybe, but not for the autograph.
The Colts tried getting Waddle for Taylor.
Jalen
Waddle. Not gonna lie, I definitely don't see that. As making sense to me. Because Miami, as much as Jonathan Taylor is like 2 years removed from being considered as a MVP candidate. Whereas, Miami has good running backs. All right. They can't stay healthy, but they're good running backs. I mean, it's just like hearing that Green Bay was the team of all 32 teams to actually make an offer for Jonathan Taylor from the Colts. That is surprising.
Even though that is on brand, considering they needed to draft a receiver for the longest time.
I mean, but that to me was going to be what a team needed to do to get Jonathan Taylor in a trade because Indy, to be fair, Jonathan Taylor last year of his contract. All right. So they want somebody that can, that they can utilize for a longer term. So they were going to definitely try and get a running back. I really think that Indianapolis was trying to get Aaron Jones. Not like a lot of people are like, they were trying to get AJ Dillon. No, they were trying to get Aaron Jones.
I still say that we should try to get Jonathan Taylor onto a Mayflower truck and ship him to Baltimore to fuck over DRS's.
I mean, honestly, give it time. He's a hurt running back. He's perfect for Baltimore.
Yeah.
So anyway, basically that is kind of, unless anybody has anything really to add about the cut day, seriously, we're gonna, kind of switch gears, kind of try and make it short this time, because we're gonna do some big week one talk next week. Sometime this weekend we're gonna have a big fantasy football episode where we kind of headline guys that are definitely going to make you holla at your boy.
I'll make you a list if I can't make it.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll get that situated. But right now, I know our first season premiere, we did conferences and conference champion and everything like that. We forgot to go. Who is going to be our MVP of the season? So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start with Cobra. Then go to Ben. Give me who you see is going to be the MVP of the league this year.
Well,
all right. So, Cobra, take it away.
Well, for me, this is probably going to piss Ben and probably my fiance off, but I'm going to say Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he's going to have an MVP caliber season. To be fair, I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts.
I mean,
okay. he has a good chance, especially with AJ Brown.
I mean, the pieces are there. All right, Ben, who do you see?
I'm going to be a little biased.
He's going to say Sam Howell.
He's going to say.
I think Sam Howell. I mean, I'm going to be biased, but honestly,
smoke weed every day.
Hey, hell yeah! I think there's something special going on there.
I mean,
they have two number one receivers.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta produce. He's gonna be doing it, possibly without Terry McLaurin. Week one at least.
Yes.
Dotson's we don't need him.
Dotson's not bad. Robinson's not bad.
Dotson, Samuel.
Dotson's technically a number one receiver on any other team.
And I mean, look, reserve. He's not hurt yet, but you can pretty much say he's an uninjured reserve.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, the backup is going to be the starter by the end of the year. He's going to be the better tight end.
That's fair. I think I heard good things about him, but I'm going to say that the MVP this year is not going to be. It's not going to be Buffalo. It's not going to be Kansas City. My MVP is going to be Joe Burrow.
Valid case unless he gets hurt.
I mean, he's he's slightly injured right now. He should be ready for week one. But I mean, again, if he continues, those three guys, that we, well, I mean, other than Sam Howell, but Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow.
The top four candidates. Those are the top four candidates for MVP.
I have one quarterback to add.
Okay, what you got?
So, to be a serious MVP candidate, though, I would mention Tua.
Okay, yeah, Tua,
Tua just needs to take one more hit before his brain turns to soup.
I mean, but honestly, Tua, hey, there is no player in the NFL that I want to see hurt, that I want to see his career get ruined. Honestly, owners are. Dan Snyder before he had to sell the team, and I mean, even that he got $6 billion for selling the Commanders.
He made a fucking profit off of that.
Yeah, he did.
He made a profit off of Washington and left them in a shittier state than they left them. Congratulations.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Trevor Lawrence actually honestly won the MVP.
Yeah, like I mean, it is a very,
It,
it is a very
It's
solid. And I mean, and I'm glad
awesome.
none of us here said Aaron Rodgers because fuck.
Oh no.
Aaron Rodgers is so cooked. That's why I didn't pick the Jets to win the AFC East or even make it to the wild card. He's so
All right.
cooked.
So
I don't see
yeah,
him winning MVP. I see him having a decent year, but not an MVP year.
yeah. Moving on from MVP, since this is a team league, we're gonna go. Which coach is going to win Coach of the Year?
So that's tough.
So
Cobra, you go ahead and give me a Coach of the Year.
this one is where my bias is going to show. I'm actually going to go with Sean McDermott. I am legit. I'm going to go with Sean McDermott.
Okay.
Because this follows with my going to the Super Bowl. With Buffalo versus the Eagles in Super Bowl.
Okay. So Ben, who you got? Don't read my notes.
Yeah, it's a good question.
If you say Ron Rivera, I'm
no.
Right. It's like Homer.
I'm not gonna say Ron Rivera. No.
Good. You're not riding the riverboat.
No. If everything goes right in Jacksonville, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville's head coach. I don't remember.
So
his
you're going
name.
with Doug Peterson.
Yeah. Peterson.
I mean, like, you got to stop copying my notes, because that's why. But that is going to be Doug Peterson. If Jacksonville, not only performs the way we expect them to, win that division handily and move into playoffs deep, they are absolutely going to be a lock. A lot of people say.
Can I add a talking point to that?
What?
If Jacksonville doesn't win that division, that's going to be a cataclysmic failure on monumental proportions.
Not really. Honestly, I mean, Tennessee has had Jacksonville's number for the past few seasons. I mean, Tennessee would have won that division had they not collapsed
and lost their only quarterback.
Yeah, if Tannehill didn't go downish, but still, again, it's not out of the question. I mean, Houston and Indy are basically they're part of the Tankman committee, so that division is going to be fairly easy, but all in the same,
they could still play spoiler.
I mean, that's what division rivals are for.
Yes.
So
any team can play spoiler.
Yeah, so instead of putting Doug Peterson for Ben, I just put DP.
Yeah.
So now this is fun.
Hi, boys.
Who is gonna be your holla at your boy player of the year? You're gonna put it out there right now. I want you to give me a offensive and a defensive holla at your boy. Cobra, give me your offensive holla at your boy.
Offensive holla at your boy is going to be Josh Allen. You could go Mahomes, you can go Burrow, you can go Lamar Jackson. I think Josh Allen will bounce back from the year that he had last year. Have less interceptions, a little more touchdowns, a little more pass. I think he'll have a breakout, a better season than he had last year. And for me, my defense. I think it's going to be. T.J. Watt.
Okay.
T.J. Watt has been pretty consistent, especially almost getting close to Michael Strahan's sack record. T.J. Watt's my holla at your boy.
Okay, Ben. Give me your boy.
So
I mean, I'm kind of wanting to think you're gonna say Sam.
No. Cobra took my defensive pick. I'm also picking TJ Watt.
Okay.
Offensive. Yeah. Oh God.
He's saying Sam Howell.
No.
He's trying not to.
I'm trying not to say anybody on the Commanders, which honestly, there could be Commander player that could win it, but I'm going to go to another boat. Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
All right. Yep.
Little sunshine.
Well, to be fair, he has been riding the Trevor Lawrence pony for the longest time.
Fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ben is
fair.
on brand. Ben is on brand with this one. He
All
has
right.
been riding the
I'm
Trevor
secretly a
Lawrence pony.
Jacksonville Jaguars fan.
Right.
No, he just likes all elite wrestling.
I mean, so for me, and not gonna lie, I'm kind of gonna go. We need to kind of spin around, because we all want quarterbacks. I'm gonna do another one of somebody that's not a quarterback. The holla at your boy.
Okay,
but
then I've got one then.
So my quarterback holla at your boy is gonna be Justin Fields. I definitely see him getting me some fantasy good. I see him being 1,000-yard rusher. I see him actually, throwing for about 4K. And so that's
if everything goes well.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if
I still say Justin Fields becomes the next member of the 30 and 30 club.
Okay, fuck off, Jameis Winston. My non-throwing person is gonna be Travis Kelce because he's the dog. It's like he's an easy safe. I'll let you boy. And
I will add my non-quarterback. I'll let you boy. W.A.J. Brown of the Eagles.
Okay. Well, let me get my D. I'm gonna get.
Can
I give y'all my D?
No, we don't want to see it.
You don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But, seriously,
this is a family-friendly show, kind of.
About as family-friendly as Alabama. All right.
Or Brett Favre allegedly committing welfare fraud.
Oh God!
Allegedly.
But no, the social verse demands the D. And not gonna lie, I am going to go with, I'm going with Micah Parsons from Dallas.
That's a good pick. To be fair,
I mean, TJ is a solid pick, but he gets hurt. And
you're saying he's a lot like JJ.
Yeah, like his brother. They're all made out of glass.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on? So
lights out.
All right. So Ben, give me your non-quarterback. I'll let you boy.
Dotson.
Okay.
Homer.
That's right.
Yeah, he went Homer instead of McLaurin. He went Dotson. He's a Homer.
I mean, Dotson has a chance.
Dotson is pretty solid.
I mean,
Sam Howell and Dotson have a connection. They've been connecting more with each other than him and McLaurin. I'm not saying McLaurin's not going to do good either, but I think they're both going to have 1,000 yards.
Well, it'll definitely be better than Carson Wentz throwing throwing to Samuel all the damn time.
Don't be surprised if De'Ami Brown also has 800 yards at least.
Because that actually happened to me last year.
De'Ami Brown used to play with each other when they were in North Carolina.
So
they already have a chemistry with each other.
Nice. But now, gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and do the same, the thing that we are starting to do this year, and we are going to
rev up them tanks, boys. It's the Tankman.
It's tank time. All right. These are not your power rankings. These are our sour rankings. These are the guys that stank up it. Stank up your bowls. These are our tankmen.
The one that you definitely need more than 2,000 flushes.
Oh, the Baker Mayfields of the world.
No, the Josh Rosens of the world.
No,
9 other mistakes made before him. Too bad.
You mean he's got 9 kids?
This ain't Philip Rivers.
Oh, anyway. So, all right.
And as soon as I said that, he's got another baby on the way.
You say it's about
He's
as Nick
catching up to Nick
Cannon, I
Cannon.
swear to God. Yep. All right, so Cobra, Ben, I need you guys. You all know the drill. Give me your 5-1 of who y'all think is going to be at the bottom, bottom of the league and top of the 2024 draft. So Cobra, give me 5.
New England.
All right. And a 4.
Denver.
3.
Houston.
2.
Cardinals.
And number 1.
The Colts. Fuck you, Ursay.
All right. Ben, give me 5.
Patriots,
4.
the Broncos.
Are you counting notes? What was 3? What was 3?
The Texans.
Is it Cardinals number 2?
Cardinals.
God damn it.
And the Colts.
and you say Colts?
Yep.
Oh my God, no. No. Ricky, do it for the memes. Do it for the memes.
First off. Second of all. All right. So I promise you, Social Verse, that my picks are Broncos, Texans, Cardinals, and Colts. All right.
It would have been funny, though.
To you, maybe.
I pulled that out of my hat, so that's who
Bullshit,
I think,
Ben. You copied
I'm
my
not
notes.
even looking at anything.
Copying my notes.
All right, anyway,
They're not even good. I wrote them in crayon.
So, again, number 5, I'm going with the Rams. All right, just not gonna lie. It doesn't even matter if they have a number 1 pick or not.
They're just going to be the 5th worst. Gotcha.
Next, I am going to go with kind of the unlucky team. The team is like, they're a good team, but they're just going to be unlucky.
Are you talking about the Browns?
No.
Cowboys.
No. I am going to go with the Falcons.
Wow, the Falcons have dipped.
Yeah.
You had them high in the beginning of this season. Now they have dipped down this low.
It's again, like I said, it's not that they're not good. It's not that anything. It's just it almost feels like they're going to be the unlucky team.
See, this is what happens when you buy from Home Depot. Go to Lowe's.
All right.
Referencing Arthur Blank, he owned Home Depot.
84 Lumber.
So I'm going to even go ahead. Instead of Colts being number 1, they're going to be my number 3. My number 2 is, again, this is going to blow your mind. The Raiders.
Not the Raiders.
I mean,
he has a valid point because of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, they don't have a legitimate quarterback.
Well, it's not that he's legitimate. It's that he's a glass cannon. He is Sam Bradford with more talent.
I was going to say the reason why the Raiders are going to be the way that they are, the number 2, is because of head coach Josh McDaniel, who will be fired before the trade deadline.
My guy. If it screws over Mark Davis and what he did for the city of Oakland, I will take it.
And then the Cardinals. Yep. Yeah, that is my hell.
So that takes the Texans out of the top 5.
Yep. Why?
The Texans are not going to be that good, man. No.
Oh no.
Or they just every other team is just going to be that bad.
Nope. Texans are going to Texan.
Yeah, they're not.
So it's like, it's not going to be that they're terrible enough for the top 5.
like the full tank,
pretty much. They will tank it tanking.
So like what they did last year when the Lovie Smith blew the tank. Because he stayed loyal to the Bears.
Either way works. But ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. This weekend, please make sure to be aware. We're going to do our big fantasy show where we are going to talk about some sleepers. We'll actually even do a kind of mock 3-round draft. The rules with the mock 3-round draft will be no matter who is in. Like if it's just me, Ben, and Cobra, then we're picking 4 guys in the first round. All right, but the way we're going to line it up is we are going to do actually not even a 3-man draft. We are not putting a bench. It's going to be a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. And then community-wise, we'll do we'll talk defense, kicker, and basically that's it. And we're going to make sure that it's separate. We're going to defend our decisions, kind of like, hey, what is going to be right for us, and go from there. All right?
What is Fanatic? That is one of our sponsors today, Fanatics.com.
Yeah, Fanatics.com.
Yeah,
basically, there's always a sale going on with them. I love going there.
Especially for hats, jerseys, and fan merchandise.
Because
college football is happening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, college football is this weekend. Get yourself not even gonna say get yourself an Ohio State jersey, but the new item that they have is the NFL Legacy Title belts. If you like wrestling, if you like your team, get yourself one of those legacy titles to put on your mantle. Put right
or you
over
can just
your
walk
key.
into your job, with it over your shoulder or around your waist, and play Roman Reigns music and have everybody acknowledge you.
Yep. The champ is here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Yep. Basically, let your work go. Holla at your boy.
Yep.
All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening in with us. For Ben and the Cobra, I am Ricky, and telling you all to have a good night, good week, and always
a good season.